Hello once again, my fellow learners. We are now here in the activity 2 that we have in our grade 9 mathematics, which is under with the module 3 quarter 1. Hope you enjoy this. Okay, the activity which is transform has a direction which is transform each of the following equations to the quadratic equation in the form of this ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0 and find the value of a, b, and c. So we are going to write that one in the standard form. So as you can see, we have three given equation, quadratic equation that we have. So let's have the process on how to work with the problem number 1. Given the problem number 1, which states as 5 minus 4 times quantity of x minus 5 is equal to 8x squared. For us to be able to work out with this, all we have to do is that we're going to distribute first the negative 4 in every term in the binomial that we have. We're going to distribute that. So negative 4, that one to the x, and then negative 4 to negative 5. So as we have in the solution for this, we have now here, copy the 5, negative 4 times x, and that is negative 4x. Negative 4 times negative 5 is positive 20, so we're going to write it here, positive 20. And then copy the 8x squared, which is that can be seen in our right side of the equation. After which, we're going to transpose this 8x squared to the left hand side of the equation. It became now negative 8x squared because this is positive 8x squared from the right hand side. Then if we're going to have that one to the left hand side, it became now negative 8x squared. Then copy the 4x. We're going to erase automatically so that we're not having any problem at all as we dealing with. So plus 25 is because 5 added to 20 it became now 25 is equal to 0 because the 8x squared is really transferred to the left side. Now in this case, since we have here a negative value for the numerical coefficient of our quadratic term, so all we have to do is we are going to multiply both terms, both of the expression, both sides of the equation by negative 1. So, or take the opposite of this. So we have now the opposite is of negative 8x squared. It became negative 8x squared became now positive 8x squared plus 4x minus 25, which is equal to 0. So this is now the standard form of problem number 1. The 8x squared plus 4x minus 25. So as we go back here, so we now have here 8x squared plus 4x minus 25 is equal to 0. So the numerical of the quadratic term is 8 because we have this one here. Positive 4x, which is our linear term, the numerical of the linear terms is 4. So that is represented by b. And our c is negative 25. That is how we deal with the given problem that we have for number 1. So that's it. So as we go through with our problem number 2, the given problem of number 2 is quantity x plus 4 times 3 plus the quantity of x plus 2 quantity squared. So all we have to do for this is we're going to have to distribute the 3 here. So for the solution of this, so we now have 3 times x, and we now have here 3x. 3 times 4 we have here plus 12. Then again, we're going to recall the special product of the binomial term, wherein square of the product of x and y is equal to x squared, the first term, the square of the first term, then multiply twice the product of the first term and the second term, and then square of the second term. That is the special product. Where can we use this one? Here in our right side of the equation, because they are the same. So we now have here square of the first term, which is x, so x squared, plus twice the product of the first term, which is x, and the second term, which is 2. Then to get the last term, we now have here square the last term, the 2, the second term. So here we go, we have here 3x plus 12 is equal to x squared plus 4x, because 2 times x times 2 is 4x, because 2 times 2, 2x, times 2 times x is 2x, times 2 is 4x. Then square of 2 is 4. We now have that one. So in this case, we have here dealing with the two given terms, two given equation, two part of the equation, the statement. The first one is the left hand side is 3x plus 12, and the other one is x squared plus 4x plus 4. To make it clear, to be in the quadratic term, standard form of the quadratic equation, it must be on the right side must be 0. So we now have here, as the x squared, it became now negative x squared, copy the 3x, then positive 4x, it became now negative 4x, copy the 12, because since the 12 there is in the left side, and then we're going to we're going to transpose the positive 4, because that one is written on the left side of the equation that we have, and so we now have here negative 4x. So negative 4x, negative 4 rather, it is negative 4 is equal to 0. So we now have here combining like term. We don't have the common like term of negative x squared, but for 3x and negative 4x we have. So negative 3x minus 4x is negative x, combine it. Then 12 minus 8 is 8. 12 minus 4 is 8, which is equal to 0. So then again, the quadratic term is negative, so all we have to do make it that one as positive. So it became now x squared. The opposite of negative x squared is x squared. The opposite of negative x is positive x. The opposite of 8 is negative 8, which is equal to 0. So that is now the standard form, the quadratic equation of our given problem number 2. So x squared plus x squared plus x minus 8 is equal to 0. So the a now is 1. This is our a, 1. B is 1. C is negative 8. That is how we cater with the problem number 2. Now let's proceed to problem number 3. The given problem for number 3 is we have 1 over r minus r over 10 is equal to 4 over 5. So the solution for this is we have 1 over r minus r over 10 is equal to 4 over 5. So to make it clear, we're going to collect all the denominators that we have, which is r of both sides of the equation, then 10, then r, and then 5. So r is r, so that is how we multiply both sides by r, both sides of the equation. And then in the numerical, which is 10 and 5, we're going to get the LCM for this is common multiple. The common divisor of this is 5. So, 2. 10 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 5 divided by 1. 5 is 1. So, we now have here the common divisor. We don't have in the next part, but we do have 2. So, we now have 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 divided by 2 can we still copy that 1 as 1. So, the LCM now is 10 because 5 times 2 is 10. So, what does it mean? We're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 10. So, I stand corrected. We have to correct that one. So, this one becomes 10 and the other one is 10. So, the next thing is we're going to distribute. If we're going to distribute, then the R and the R here is cancelled. So what we have remaining is 10. 10 times 1 is 10. Cancel, then cancel also that 1. In the first term. In the second term, we have minus. Cancel the 10. Then what is remaining is R times R, which is R squared. Here we have 10 and 5 is equal to 3 divided by 10 divided by 5 is 2, 5 divided by 5 is 1. So 4 times R times 2. So 4 times R is 4R times 2 is 8R. So here we have now arranged. So negative R squared must be on the left side part because that one is the highest here is 2. Then followed by negative 8R because in the right side we have here 8R. Then we're going to transpose it to the right side or left side of the equation became now negative 8R. Then since it's just we just got only the positive 10, so just have plus 10 and we now have here equal to 0. Then again the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term is negative, so take the opposite. So opposite of R squared, negative R squared is R squared. The opposite of negative 8R is positive 8R. Then opposite of positive 10 is negative 10, so which is now equal to 0. So the standard form now of the given problem that we have, which is 1 over R minus R over 10 is equal to 4 over 5 is R squared plus 8R minus 10 is equal to 0. Now, I repeat, R squared plus 8R minus 10 is equal to 0. Okay, that's it. So, now if we're going to get the value of A, B, and C, so A here is 1 because the numerical coefficient of R squared is 1. Then the linear term is, which is represented by Bx, so 8B now is 8. Then C is a constant term, so here the constant term of the given equation is negative 10. So to complete the activity 2, this is now the given answer. So I just not able to copy all of it, but I just only give a parallel problem relative to activity number 2 of the module 3 or part 1 in grade 9 mathematics, specifically division of WCD, depth and Philippines. Thank you very much for watching, and keep on watching for the to keep notified for the future lesson. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.